She is a mindfulness and EFT counselor, a yoga and happiness practitioner, and a very happy person if I say so myself, because I've known her quite a while, and she's one of the happiest people I know. She is also a licensed clinical social worker and certified addictions professional with over 30 years. I almost said 40, I'm sorry. She's not that old. 30 years in experience in the field. She has her own private counseling practice in Winter Park, and she specializes in treatment of anxiety, couples counseling, PSD, and addiction. And she's also an artist. And every day she posts a little work of her own to inspire others. So please give a very happy welcome to Heidi Behr. You want this?
I don't know if I need it.
If you don't need it,
We'll find out. Oh yeah, I want to get to the slides. I'm sorry. That's okay.
there you go. And he showed you the...
Hi. Do you guys need me to use the microphone? Is that helpful? Yeah? Okay. Hello. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you so much, Anna, and thank you to AIG Orlando for the invitation to be here this morning. I love the event Wellness by Design. It's a really terrific event, and I've loved the presentation so far. I'm sad I didn't get to, not sad, but I was like, I didn't get to talk to Naomi afterwards. She did a terrific job, and I have a special place in my heart for MSW students because I taught at UCF in that department for a while, and she did a terrific job. Everyone's been doing a great job. So today I have been asked to come talk to you about spirituality, and it's one of my favorite things to talk about, so I am very happy to be here for that. I'm going to be talking with you about 3 spiritual practices to help you point your compass towards peace, love, and joy. And hopefully I'll figure out how to use this. Yes, great. So here we are. Ever since happiness heard your name, it has been running through the streets trying to find you. And several times in the last week, God himself has come to my door, so sweetly asking for your address, wanting the beautiful warmth of your heart's fire. That is from an ancient Persian poet, Hafiz. And I believe happiness is definitely trying to find you, and that peace, love, and joy are also trying to find you. And are you tired of waiting for them to track you down? What if you could find them yourself? What if inside you there was a compass which worked like an inner guidance system, helping you navigate towards these positive feelings that you want? That'd be pretty cool, right? Thankfully, you do have an internal compass. In our short time together, I'm going to be giving you 3 great ways to use your inner compass so you can chart a course towards peace, love, and joy now. So let's pretend you're holding a compass. But before you start moving, you got to know where you are, right? So think for a moment. If you want to head to Colorado, you first have to know, are you in Connecticut? Are you in California? Okay. Where you are, Connecticut or California, that's your present state of mind and heart. Colorado, that's the state of mind where you want to go. My intention with this talk is to help you improve your compass aim, to help you become better compass pointers. And today we're going to discuss tools that increase your awareness of your present state of your mind and heart, and also help you learn how to point yourself toward the state you prefer to live in, and help you move in that direction. So think about it. Why would you want to become a better compass pointer? The truth is, where your compass points is where you go. And where you go is the point of your life. You are on this earth to experience one thing. The main reason, joy. Yeah, and I do have my art all sprinkled into this stuff. So the digital things you see, like the last slide, that was my playing on this app called Over, which is like my favorite thing ever. It's really easy to use for someone like me who never learned graphic arts and stuff. But then also I sprinkle in my collage work. So there you go. Yeah, so this is why we're on this earth, for joy. When you're connected to your joy, you end up benefiting the world around you. Think of your family, your friends, your coworkers, the random people you see each day. Whenever you follow your preferences for joy, you're more enjoyable to be around. You find yourself in a state of more satisfaction. Okay? You become a joy bringer to those around you. So basically, good compass pointers wind up increasing the good vibes on this planet. Our country's founders knew what they were talking about for this whole pursuit of happiness stuff, right? And my mission today, again, is to help you tap into your inner compass so you're aimed in the direction of happiness and joy. So first, I want to tell you a little bit about my story and my spiritual evolution, how I fell in love with spirituality. So I grew up Catholic. I'm still Catholic, but I'm a very different kind of Catholic. I'm a swear word saying, and I hope I don't offend anybody when a swear word slips out, because it will be bound to today, sorry. I'm a peacenik, yoga-loving, eat meat on Friday if I want to kind of Catholic, all right? And I'm really okay with that. My bracelet's fallen off, there we go. I've always loved hearing about and learning about different kinds of spiritual and religious traditions, whatever helps people feel connected to something bigger than themselves. And I was taught by my parents that there are many paths to God, and that God is not really picky about what he or she is called around the world. I'm also a collage artist, as you can see. I'm a collage thinker, and even my spirituality is collaged and layered. I've been drawn to many different spiritual traditions and teachings, and my brain and heart just links them together, all right? I have a love for the Catholic faith that I grew up with, even if I don't always agree with some of the things in the church. I have a love for yoga, for Buddhism, A Course in Miracles, Sanskrit chanting, Hindu prayers, Abraham Hicks, Jewish teachings, just all kinds of things. The poetry of Hafiz and Rumi, these wonderful Sikh teachers. You know that coexist bumper sticker? I feel like that was made for me. So today as I present, I'm going to be using lots of different terms that to me all mean the same thing. I'm going to be saying the word source a lot, which is the same thing to me as higher power, God, light, love, universe, source energy, love energy, light energy, divine energy, inner peace. I use these terms interchangeably to show that there's no limitation on what you can choose to call what Louise Hay said as the power that runs this universe that is also in you. So feel free to substitute a different name or a term that you hear me using. If you're not familiar with what I'm using or you're not comfortable with it, just let your brain slip in the term that's more comfortable for you. I'm a 54-year-old Catholic yogi with Buddhist leanings who chants in Sanskrit every morning while I make my tea, before I sit down to meditate and have my prayer and reflection time. And then I journal, and then I make some cool meme that you see on my Instagram. This is how I point my compass towards joy every single day. I've learned a lot over the years. For instance, when I first fell in love with yoga 19 years ago, I didn't know that the purpose of yoga and the meaning of the word yoga is to yoke or have a union with God. I just thought it looked really cool. I wanted my body to do the shapes that I saw in those magazines, right? I saw some picture of I don't know what it is. Oh, it's called half moon pose. So it looked really cool. I was like, oh, I totally want to do that. And I also thought, I want to feel what that looks like, right? Warrior poses. I just want to feel what that looks like. And I learned through many times on the mat that yoga helps calm the thoughts in the brain. And we've got some yoga teachers out there. They'll attest to that. It's maybe what drew you in. I'd love to hear. And I realized when I was on my yoga mat that having my brain get calm felt so good, really good. How many people in this room have done yoga before today's chair yoga? Yeah, okay. I'm preaching to the choir. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? It feels really, really good to get your brain calm. So when I first started going to yoga classes, I didn't know that yoga was an ancient system for helping us calm these racing thoughts, the vrittis, in our head so that we could connect to the divine. Fear and worry can really drop away when I center myself on my breathing and reside in the present moment. It's only in the present moment where we can be reminded to connect with what yoga calls Ishvara, God energy. And once I began to experience this brain calm on the mat, on the regular, I became a yogi. Now we have a lot of yoga people in the room, so you have heard the word Namaste. For anybody who's new to yoga, you might not know what that word means. The first time I heard it, I was like, I wonder what that is. They were saying it at the end of yoga class, Namaste, and people would say Namaste, and I'm like, what is that? And every yoga class that I've been to, they say Namaste at the very end. And I learned that it's translated into many different things, but essentially it means the light in me sees and greets the light in you. And I thought, oh, no wonder why I like this. It just warmed my heart. My favorite translation of Namaste is from my current yoga teacher, Linda Morales at Yoga University in Altamont Springs Yoga. Has anybody here been to Altamont Springs Yoga? Yes, someone at the back, raise their hand. Okay, y'all, $5 yoga. Just saying, $5 every class. And she says, people say, how do you make money on $5 yoga? And she says, I just do, because she's got wonderful teachers, wonderful classes. She's a terrific human. At the end of her classes, when my Linda gets ready to say the Namaste thing, this is what she says. She bows her heads, puts her hands in the prayer posture at heart center and says, within each one of us is a place where the whole universe dwells. It is a place of peace and truth, love and light. When you're in this place in you, and I'm in this place in me, we are one. Namaste. So Namaste is acknowledging the divine spark that lives in each one of us. This light, this spark is considered to be God energy, source energy, the light of all, the divine energy each one of us has. We are born with it. It is the largest part of who we are. When we recognize the divine spark and that light in ourselves and in others, it feels amazing. So being connected to this light is when we feel like our true selves. Okay? It's when you have any positive emotion. And my hope for you here today is that you find a way to connect to this light within you with the help of your inner compass. Okay? To find your true north where peace, love, and joy reside. So let's figure some more stuff out here. There is an ancient peace you carry in your heart and have not lost. This is again speaking to that inner spark, that divine light that has always been there. And of course, in Miracles references it as an ancient peace. This is what I've dedicated my life to. It's why I named my practice, my business, Feel Peace Now. Because I want to help myself, you, and others connect to the inner peace via this inner compass. So, to become a better compass pointer, these are the questions that I ask my clients. What do you do to start your day? Is it coffee? A lot of people are like, it's coffee. My best friend brings her husband coffee every morning. He's so happy. Every so often, she's a teacher, she gets up first. Every so often, she sleeps in, he brings her coffee. That's how they start their day. Second question. How do you know what direction you want to go in each day? Do you ever ask yourself this? And what helps you point your compass? In times of difficulty, it is the setting of our heart's compass that determines the result. And if you remember that love is your origin, that's going to be really helpful, right? What you focus on first thing every day matters. Remember what I said? Your point of focus is like a compass heading. All right? If you wake up and right away that phone is dinging and you're like, ooh, yeah, let me see. Then Instagram is your compass, or your electronic news feed is your compass point. The notifications. All of a sudden, if your attention's on those notifications and it's something awful and scary, because mostly that's what the news is, then your compass is pointed at, oh my God. Not like, oh my God, right? Oh my God. So you got to be aware. What you focus on will grow. And here's what I want you to think about. You can start your day focused on the news, toxic chaos, all kinds of scary stuff, worry. And that's going to bring you into a different point, right? So if I say I want to move north right now, does anyone know what direction I'm actually facing? If I have my compass here. I think that's west. Yeah? That's south. So if I say I want to go north, you'd be like, Heidi, you might want to go this way. I'd be like, oh, okay, I want to go north. And then you might say, well, are you going to actually go? Are you just going to point yourself in that direction? Well, I got to take some steps if I want to move in that direction. So what we focus on will grow. We will be drawn more toward that, what we are focusing on. And what I'm suggesting to you is that first thing in the morning, you can choose to let anything be your compass and point your compass, or you can choose. You can choose. You can choose a practice like yoga that quiets the chatter in your mind, right? How nice was it to start our day with a little bit of light yoga when we got to just focus in on our breathing? It was so sweet. It was so calming. It was so nice to kind of move really gently and just come into being present in our bodies in the present moment. You can do something like that. Quieting the worries would be a nice way to start the day, right? You could start your day focused on worries, but again, you got to be careful which way you're going to go. It is only through practice that one can attain a higher level of existence and finally reach nirvana. So to quiet that worrisome chatter, I want you to think about these 3 opportunities you have that are maybe new to you or maybe practices that you already use. But these are 3 practices that I'm suggesting would be great ways for you to start your day to help you point your compass in the direction you prefer to go in. Or you can start your day with gratitude, meditation, or prayer. Again, these are not the only things that you can do, but these are the things we're going to talk a little bit more about. And there's that beautiful quote from Rumi. If light is in your heart, you will find your way home. And as we've already discussed, you definitely have light in your heart, so you're all right. Right. This is one of my most favorite ways to start the day. Let's see if we can get the little hand off there. There we go. Gratitude. Anybody ever start their day with gratitude? Got a couple people, yeah. So research on how to increase happiness shows us again and again that a daily gratitude practice can make a world of difference in our lives. People who practice gratitude are purposely paying attention to what they like, love, and appreciate about life. Neuropsychologist Rick Hansen calls it taking in the good. All right, our brains are wired to notice what could kill us. It's called the negativity bias. It's trying to keep us alive. Our little amygdala, this little gland in the middle of our brain, in the midbrain, its main purpose is to scan the environment and be like, oh my gosh, what is that? And if you're out in the yard and you're going through a walk in your yard and see a long, skinny, dark object, your brain is going to go, snake! Even though your cerebral cortex and your eyeballs know the difference between between a snake and a stick, but your amygdala doesn't know the difference. If it's a snake-shaped stick, your amygdala will be like, ah, snake. Gives you a burst of adrenaline and cortisol, has you freak out, gets you into anxiety. And if it was something that could harm you, right, your amygdala would say, you're welcome. I just saved your life from that dangerous object in the grass. But the truth is our amygdala makes mistakes more times than not these days. And so Rick Hansen says you've got to rewire your brain, which is absolutely possible. You can train your brain to take in the good. Think about what you like, love, and appreciate. When you do that every morning, you're going to be rewiring your brain. Meditation, my personal favorite way to start the day. So there it is, the M word, meditation. Who in here is afraid to meditate? Afraid they can't? Anybody? You're brave to admit it, thank you. That was me. Yeah, I was very uncertain about being able to meditate. When I first started a meditation practice, I was using Insight Timer, my favorite app. I have it listed up there for y'all. It's a fantastic app. It's free. Download it. They just started a paid version, but you do not have to pay to use the app. You used to have 15,000 guided meditations available to you for free. When it says start your 7-day free trial, just hit the tiny X if you don't want to. I do the paid version because I love it. And it's like less than $5 a month. And I'm like, here, take my money. You guys are like, I love you. I use you every morning. So I start my day with chanting with Insight Timer because there's all kinds of chants and things on there. And then I use it to time my meditation as well. When I first started meditating with it, I set my timer for 2 minutes with a bell to ding halfway between because I wanted to know when that first torturous minute would be done. I made it through, and I didn't progress. It's really true. I started out with 2 minutes, but I finally progressed. I'm now doing 15-minute seated meditation, thanks to Abraham's teachings. But meditation can really just be sitting quietly for a minute or two, quieting yourself with your breath, kind of like Naomi was instructing us this morning. Notice what it feels like to breathe in. Notice what it feels like to breathe out. You could follow a sound. We have some really good sounds in this room. If you were choosing to meditate in this room and we all, silenced our phones and decided to be quiet, we could listen to the air conditioner handler. Can you hear it? So right now, for just a moment, focus in on what it feels like in your body as you calm while listening to this sound. Taking a really nice, long, slow breath in, and a nice, long, slow breath out. Following sound can be a really great way to calm our brains when we're practicing meditation. It's a much better way for me to start the day. I used to start the day with Good Morning America for like a million years, and NPR, my old buddies. But I've been on a news holiday since the last presidential election. And I have to say that I feel way happier, okay? I had to break up with NPR. I stopped sending them money. Please don't report me. But I feel way better starting my day in a news blackout, okay? If something big happens, people tell me. And mostly I don't find out about the small, crappy stuff that no one wants to hear about anyway. And truly, it's increased my feeling of peace and well-being. It's really made a huge difference in my life. If you're afraid you can't meditate, you can try walking meditation, yoga as meditation. I have a freebie called 5 Surprising Ways to Meditate that don't involve sitting on your butt chanting Om. You guys should have a little sheet of paper that I believe Aaron passed out for me. And it says, if you want to get this freebie from me, trade me your email and I will send it to you. So we're meditating when we do that to raise our vibration, to be connected to love energy, source energy, God energy. Another practice I recommend in the morning is prayer. Now, for some people, if they're not into prayer, if they're not, don't really have a spiritual or religious connection to prayer, you might think of it as intending blessings, intending well-being for yourself and others. Writer Anne Lamott says that her 3 favorite prayers are help, thanks, and wow. I kind of have to agree. My favorite's wow. Wow, have you seen the tababuya trees that have been blossoming, even though they think it's Easter? It's not Easter, it's global warming. But they're beautiful, the pink and yellow trees all around town. Like I always say when I'm like, wow, 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 award-winning tree. And Meister Eckhart says, if the only prayer you ever said was thank you, that would be enough. That ability for us to say thank you is us being in present moment and feeling appreciation in our hearts and minds. It calms our body. It connects us right away to source energy. It puts us right into alignment. Irish poet priest John O'Donoghue has a beautiful piece of advice here. He says, all you need is to build into your day some rhythm when you have some silence, stillness, and solitude, and everything you need will be shown to you. I believe him as I've been practicing this. When you put yourself on your calendar first every single day and point your compass in the direction you prefer to go in, you begin to change the orientation in your life. The security and freedom you are looking for comes from one place and one place only. It comes from your conscious alignment with the source that is within you. So my advice, keep connecting to the love that has always resided within you. You can do this in many, many ways. All of you in the room who have artistic and creative practices, that's absolutely one way to connect with the divine, all right? When you're doing what you love, you are making a difference in the world by being your best self and adding to the beauty of this world. And if you're interested to talk to me more about getting good at pointing your compass towards peace, love, and joy, I have a really unique program that is starting next week. It's an online program for 7 weeks. It's called Not Your Mom's Lent. All right, I grew up Catholic. My mom was like, what are you giving up for Lent? What are you giving up for Lent? That's what my parents always used to ask us. We're like, oh, I'll give up chocolate. But don't give up chocolate because, oh my gosh, did you taste that chocolate over there? Whew. Oh man, I don't give up chocolate anymore. As I got older, my mom said, what are you going to add in during Lent? And I was like, I don't know. And as I became a yogi and became interested in Buddhism and all of these different things, and studied more about yoga, the yamas and the niyamas, I was like, there's something Lentish about this to me. So I collaged together this really cool program called Not Your Mom's Lent. 7 weeks of emails 3 times a week. This year we're doing something different. I'm going to be hosting a live online class once a week during the program. You get original art with every email, all kinds of goodies. You can check it out on my website. It's just another fun way to point yourself towards love energy during a sacred time. I really appreciate you guys letting me come in today. Thank you, Anna, for asking me again. If you're interested to follow me on the social medias, you can see me there. And I want you to all remember, you were born with well-being flowing to you and through you. Thank you.